Chapter 5, David Smith Learning from the Stranger. What a chapter. And it really took me back to our second class when we had to frame the fall of man into the frame model of Bowman and Deal. And really, structurally, David Smith continues to demonstrate how God has authority, just his omnipotence, his omnipresence, how we're charged to be a part of that calling and to be more like Christ, and that we are just, when we're not rooted in that, we have the tendency to be tossed back and forth, like the wind, similar to Ephesians 4:14. But further, there's just a great deal of political framework in this chapter, where in our cultural superiority, we believe in the English language, how we want everybody to speak English, to kind of be like us. And the most poignant sentence that stood out for me in this chapter, specifically about kind of the politics, is how we really find creative ways to fall short and not feel bad about that. That just really struck home for me. Just this superiority sense of I can do what I want, and it really gave me pause to think about that. Countercultural, Smith really talks about and challenges us to realize in our day-to-day lives the impact that we can make, and the fact that everybody has something to offer. Even Einstein recognized that everybody's a genius. But if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its life thinking that it's stupid. It's about tapping into the skills and the abilities of other people, and being able to support that, and really looking past our differences, but in embracing what each of us has to offer. Additionally, there's really honor and respect in taking the time to get to know someone, time to learn from them, time to share, humbling oneself to a position of seeking peace and understanding. And that doesn't necessarily correlate with assimilation or culturalization. But being an advocate for the context of cultural relativism. And Albert Camus once said, "Don't walk behind me, I may not lead. Don't walk in front of me, I may not follow. Walk beside me and be my friend." Just taking that time to share and share together. And in many ways, the ability to see beyond our own ethnocentrism requires self-awareness, an emotional intelligence, if you will. And with that, as I really started to wrestle with that context, it made me think about emotional intelligence as a correlation of the Holy Spirit working through us. The more the time that we spend with God, the more that we know ourselves, and the more in turn that we know God. And then therefore, the more we know ourselves, the more EI we have.